Hi everyone, it's Matt from MyWhoosh. I'd like to welcome you to 2024 with a great new feature that we're bringing into the game. The new feature is called Controllable Companion Bots. Now what's happened is the MyWhoosh development team have spent some time looking at some different and some fun things that we can bring into the game during this year. And this is the first one of those that we're delivering out for everybody to try. So what is Controllable Companion Bots? Really what it is, it's something that will help you with your strategy, something that can help you with your training, some entertainment while you're riding, lots of different things that we can bring into the game and to your own gameplay. Now what happens is you go into a normal event that is already set up by us for Controllable Companion Bots. You select that event, you then go in and we need to select our bots. Now the bots have slightly different characteristics at the moment in which that we can choose that may suit our strategy. They've got different sprint speeds and different sprint powers. But the real fun is in the gameplay itself. You'll see here, if we push these buttons down the bottom, we can toggle between the nearby list and our controllable bot panel. So we can always see where our bots are, where our opposition is if we're racing, and how far away they are. So when we start off in the game today, we can see that we've selected 4 bots. Now those bots are actually controllable by us. We can control the power that they put out. We can control them to sprint. We can ask them to lead for us so we can draft along behind them. Now, that can help us if we're racing other people. It can help us with our training to push ourselves and to set them at a certain speed. Or we can just push buttons and have fun and help get through that 30 minutes or an hour that we're trying to do to get our training done. So let's have a little bit of a look at it. Now, as we're riding along here, you can see that the bots are coming along with us. Now, when the bots are not being actioned by one of the buttons, they'll stay around you. Now, they'll predominantly stay behind. Now, when we click an action for them, as you can see, there is 4 buttons there where we've got they can sprint. And so if we push that button now, we'll see the yellow bot sprint off into the distance for his settings, which might be 600 watts to 30 seconds. We then have lead. Now what that does is that will bring your bot to in front of you. You can draft off that bot, but it really works off how hard you're going. It's a little bit clever. It's a little bit like AI, and it picks up how hard you want to go, and it tends to set that pace. So I can't wait to see what you think of those. Now you'll see that there's a battery, and the battery can drain at the same time. But when the bot is leading, your other bots are sitting behind, they're taking it easy, and the bot is setting your pace. Now you can use that to cruise along, you can use it to help chase if somebody's attacked, but the real fun is when we get into our own controllable part of this. Now we've got a small thing that you can see here which shows like an energy, and we can refill that energy once the bot's battery has drained. Now what we need to be careful of is that the bot's battery must be back to 0 before it will go behind you and start recovering. Now it will only recover after it's empty. You can always select for it to increase by having an energy gel, but it can only do that 2 times, and it will only recover to 80% and then 60% on its recoveries. So you need to think about when you want the bot to recover, when you want to use up your energy gels and some things like that. But let's have a look now at the controllable part of the companion bot. So if we click on the controllable section, we can see that there's a slider. Now that slider starts at about 200 watts, goes up to about 1000 watts. And as you can see, the time that the bot can stay at that power changes with the power that the bot's doing. So if we set this at about 300 watts, you can see that the bot will be there for 7 or 8 minutes, and it will just hold that pace and you can draft behind that. You can slide the slider up if you want it to go a little bit faster. So if one of the people you're racing has attacked or you may have been dropped, you can always use your slider, draft, jump on, and go as hard as you can to bridge that gap. But the other fun thing you can use it for is for training. I want to ride around at 230 watts. That's about what speed I train at. So I can set it at about 270, 280, and I can jump in that draft. I know it's going to hold that speed, and I can set it at whatever I like. So this is the next iteration of bots. I'd like to let you know how I use the bots. So I've been playing around with these in the MyWhoosh laboratory, racing a few of the guys in the office. And what I do is I just drop a little bit behind them. I then take my bot to about 330 watts and I hit them at speed. I come flying past, I send my sprinter to try to get a little draft off him, and I get a gap. Now that's one of the strategies I use, which is great fun, in order to catch my friends unaware, but then also I use them just to use a bit of training sometimes as well. Now the other thing is I find they work better if I just have one bot doing one action at a time. Now, while it's great fun to push all the buttons, and I encourage you to do so to learn as much as you can about how this works, I find that just having one bot doing one thing for me works better than anybody else. Now, what we'd like from you is to try pushing the buttons, trying having fun. Join one of the events that we're going to have for these controllable companion bots. See if you like it. See if you don't like it. Send us a message. Let us know the good, the bad, the exciting pieces of this. But what we'd love you to remember is at MyWhoosh we're trying new things. We could have just thrown bots in the game. We could have just used big bunches of these bots. But we thought, let's try something different. And you'll see a lot of this over the next 12 months from MyWhoosh. This is something different, something fun. Have a go, let us know, and enjoy your riding.